Welcome to the Manager Lab, where we delve into the increasingly dynamic world of talent management. In each episode, we will unravel key insights, break down the most relevant books and articles, and provide actionable tips to optimize your approach in developing and retaining top talent. Stay tuned for a deep dive into the art, science, and strategy of unlocking your team's full potential. Let's enter the Manager Lab. Are you meeting the needs of the people that you lead? What a question. Now, at first glance, that question sounds rather simple. Of course we care about our people. Of course we want to support them. But the article makes an important point. Many managers are leading based on assumptions instead of actual understanding. And in today's workplace, assumptions are very dangerous. People are carrying heavier workloads, navigating constant change, balancing personal responsibilities with work, dealing with uncertainty, and then trying to find meaning in all of that. Meanwhile, managers are often under pressure themselves, trying to hit goals, manage staffing issues, deliver results. The challenge is this. If we don't intentionally understand what our people need, we default to leading everyone the same way. And great leadership simply doesn't work that way anymore. We learned that 30 years ago. They're environment creators. The best leaders today are not just task managers. They create environments. So they create conditions where people can succeed, contribute, grow, feel valued. So today I want to share several key takeaways from this article, along with highly practical actions that you can take as a manager to implement right now. Key takeaway number one, people don't all need the same thing. One of the biggest leadership mistakes is assuming motivation is universal. Some employees need recognition. Some need clarity. Some need autonomy. Some need coaching. Some need more flexibility in their work-life balance. Some simply need to feel heard. And so the article emphasizes that effective leadership really starts with curiosity on your part, not assuming, not prescribing, not generalizing, just plain curiosity. And honestly, this is where many managers unintentionally drift away from their people. We get busy. We move into operational mode, tactical mode. We have conversations that are simply transactional in nature. How's the project? Did you finish the report? What's the status update? But people are asking deeper questions internally. Do I really matter here? Am I growing? Does my leader really care about me as a person? Do my strengths get used? Is this work sustainable? Those are all echoes of the Gallup Q12 engagement survey, if you're curious. Great managers make space for those types of conversations, though. That's the point. So the tip here is that during your next one-on-one, ask one question that you don't normally ask, like, what's helping you succeed right now? Or what's draining your energy these days? What do you need more of from me? Or what part of your work feels most meaningful lately? Then do something incredibly important. Listen without immediately trying to solve anything. Sometimes the greatest gift a leader gives is just thoughtful attention. Okay, key takeaway number two, support is not one size fits all. The article really highlights that leaders often give the support they personally would want instead of the support that their employees actually need. And this is a huge insight. If you value independence, you may undercoach people who need guidance. If you value efficiency, you may unintentionally rush people who need encouragement. If you value structure, you may frustrate employees who thrive on flexibility and creativity. So leadership maturity means adapting your style without compromising your standards. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. And the best managers are situationally adaptable leaders. They know different people need different things at different times. So think about it this way. A new employee may need reassurance. A high performer may need stretch opportunities. A burned out employee may need recovery and prioritization. A struggling employee may need clarity and accountability. Same team, different individuals, therefore different needs. So the tip here is to create what the article calls a leadership user manual for each team member. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Just simply learn how each individual on your team prefers feedback, what motivates them, what frustrates them, how they communicate best, what growth do they want, both short-term and long-term, and what support helps them most under stress. When leaders know their people individually, they trust. That trust accelerates dramatically. Okay. Key takeaway number 3, employees need both care and challenge. One of the strongest points in the article is that people thrive when leaders balance empathy with accountability. Employees do not want managers who are merely nice. They want managers who help them become better. That means that people need encouragement and standards, support and expectations, compassion and growth opportunities. Too much pressure without support leads to burnout, but too much comfort without challenge leads to stagnation. So great leadership lives right in the middle. This reminds me of something exceptional coaches understand. Belief is one of the greatest motivators on earth. So when leaders challenge people appropriately, they communicate, "I see potential in you," and that can change someone's career trajectory forever. So when giving feedback, pair accountability with belief. So instead of saying this needs improvement, say, "I know you're capable of more here, and I want to help you get there." That subtle shift changes feedback from criticism into development. Okay. Key takeaway number 5, and this is the last one, or number 4. Small moments shape leadership more than big speeches. This may be my favorite insight. Employees often decide whether leaders care based on very small moments. Did you follow up? Did you remember something important to them? Did you notice their effort? Did you make time for them? Did you listen without distraction? Leadership is rarely one grand gesture. It's consistent human moments repeated over time. A quick check-in or a thank you or a moment of encouragement, a small but valuable coaching conversation, a pause before you react. These moments accumulate into culture, and culture is simply the repeated experience people have with your leadership. So start practicing this intentionally by recognizing people in a different way. Not generic praise like "good job," but instead be specific. "I appreciated how calmly you handled that customer issue," or "your preparation in that meeting elevated the whole team. We all learned something from you in there," or "you made that new employee feel very welcome immediately." And that's so important. Specific recognition feels real, and what gets recognized gets repeated. So let me leave you with this question. When your employees think about your leadership, do they experience you as someone who truly understands what they need to succeed or not? Not perfectly, not consistently, or not constantly, not intentionally. But intentionally. Not perfectly, not constantly, but intentionally. Yes, because leadership today is not just about directing work. It's about developing people. And the managers who make the greatest impact are rarely the loudest, rarely the smartest, or most charismatic people in the room. They are the leaders who consistently help others feel valued, challenged, supported, heard, and capable of growth. When people experience that kind of leadership, engagement rises, trust deepens, performance improves, and retention strengthens. But most importantly, people become better versions of themselves. And that is one of the highest callings of leadership. Well, thanks for listening. And until next time we meet in the Manager Lab, do good work.